Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession is about to enter the hall. We will be singing the national anthem. The words are on page 11 of the program. Please be upstanding for the academic procession and remain standing for the national anthem.
I, Kevin Johns, Scarce Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, declare open this congregation convened for the purposes of presenting degrees. Distinguished guests, parents, relatives, friends, and especially our graduates, a very warm welcome to this afternoon's ceremony. I might start with acknowledging the Kaurna people, the original custodians of the Adelaide Plains and the land upon which the university campuses at North Terrace, Waite and Roseworthy are built. Congratulations to the graduates. Today's a day of satisfaction and pride for you, and also, no doubt, for your parents and loved ones who's been instrumental in your education journey to date. Also a day of reflection, to think about the achievements of the past, perhaps more importantly, the opportunity and the challenges as we move forward. And as we think about the future, I hope you're not seduced by the often negativism that's portrayed in our media. We live in a tremendous country, blessed with abundant resources, with people who are hardworking, resourceful and resilient. Previous generations have laid the platform for our success, and now you, armed with new knowledge and skills, have your opportunity to contribute. I hope that part of your contribution will be to make time for those people less fortunate than yourselves. I look forward to presenting your degrees shortly, but before doing so, I'd like to introduce today's orator, Dr. Susan Close. Dr. Susan Close MP was elected as the state member for Port Adelaide at a by-election in 2010. Prior to this, she was an executive in the Environmental Department and previously worked at this university. Dr. Close attended Blackwood High School and completed a PhD in political science at Flinders University. Dr. Close serves as a Cabinet Minister in the Wetherell Labor government in the portfolios of manufacturing, innovation and trade, the public sector, automotive transformation, education and child development, higher education and skills. After the March 2018 election, Dr. Close was appointed Deputy Leader of the Opposition, Shadow Minister for the portfolios Education, Environment and Water. We are indeed privileged to hear her speak today. Please welcome Dr. Susan Close.
Thank you, and what an extraordinary honour to be invited to address your graduation. You know, there is a lot of evidence to say that you are taller, more intelligent and better looking than previous generations. And the evidence about the height is incontrovertible. Each generation appears on average to be taller. The evidence of intelligence is linked to IQ studies, which have a little cloud around them, but nonetheless, every generation appears to do better. I don't actually have scientific evidence on the better looking, but it's before me. You're fabulous, and I'm so proud to be just a small part of your graduation today. Now, there are some challenges that you will be facing now that you've reached this stage in your lives, and you've worked very hard to get here. You've probably not only studied hard, but also had to earn an income. You may well have acquired a debt in the process. You know what it is to knuckle down and to work hard. But the challenges that you face are also about how to enjoy this life that you will now have as one of the, in global terms, very few educated people, and even in Australian terms, one of the privileged who has a higher education from such a prestigious and such a prestigious institution that is so good at teaching everybody who comes through their doors. So you need to learn balance. There'll often be people, I think, who will come and give advice, and we've been invited in order to give the benefit of our experience, who will say, speak in absolutes. You ought to choose this, you ought to not do that. But in fact, your life will be one of trying to find a happy medium and find a balance in your lives. For example, the balance between the days and the years. Now, I can spend a day very happily lolling about, reading about mountaineering, which is my latest obsession, reading about, not doing. And I'll enjoy that day very much, but should I do that all the time? Then as the years pass, my expertise in other people doing mountaineering will be great, but limited to that. When we bring up our children, giving in to their every whim makes for a much easier day, but doesn't do justice to what they need to learn over the years. With money, it's obvious. You can spend everything you have now, but you'll have nothing for the future. How you choose to exercise your gifts, whether you choose to exercise them now because you can enjoy your life, you can focus on yourself and your family, and how much you choose to give for the larger good, the greater good, at some cost to yourself at times, is a balance that you will find. Because my generation and older ones have left you with tremendous challenges in this world. We have a population that is heading towards 9 billion as a planet. We have a global extinction crisis. We have climate change. We have digitisation and automation that is transforming work and will leave many people behind. Although we've seen tremendous strides forward in health, in education outcomes, in longevity, we nonetheless know that this world is very difficult for some people, particularly those who aren't privileged enough to have had your experience and your gifts. How much you choose to give to them will be the balance that you choose in enjoying what you have before you and giving enough that we all are benefited by the great skills, the great education, and the great intellects that you have demonstrated through getting this degree. Barack Obama said once, and I'll paraphrase because it's unlikely to be completely accurate, he said, "The greatest office in the world is not that of president, or in our case, prime minister, premier. It is the office of citizen. That each day you take up your responsibility as a citizen with an inquiring mind, a thirst for knowledge and understanding of the importance of learning, and a compassion and an understanding that others don't have the benefits that you have, but that you can make a difference to their lives. That's the task that now sits before you, being so tall and good-looking and intelligent as you are." I look at this side of the hall and towards the back, and I see so many people with pride on their faces. I know what you have done to help these people get to where they have, and how much pride you feel. But it's not just the people who know you and love you. It's everyone in Australia that's proud of its graduates, that expects much of you, and looks forward to see what you bring us. Thank you and congratulations.
On behalf of the graduates and their families attending today's ceremony, I would like to thank Dr. Susan Close for a stimulating and inspiring address. We are honored that you have taken the time to join us for this special day to share with us your thoughts and experiences. Your words of encouragement and advice are greatly appreciated. They remind us that education places upon each and of us an enduring responsibility to make the best possible use of our talents and to contribute to the betterment of society in whatever way we can. Please join me in once again thanking Dr. Susan Close.
I will now receive candidates for degree. I call upon the Vice-Chancellor and President.
Chancellor, I, Professor Peter Rathjen, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, certify to you and to the whole university that the graduates who will be presented to you have all fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to the award for which they are so presented.
I, Kevin John Scarce, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, by virtue of the power committed to me by the University, confirm that each graduate is admitted to the rank and privileges of a holder of the award in the University of Adelaide for which they are so presented. I call upon the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Professor Jenny Shaw, to present the graduates.
Chancellor, I, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Professor Jenny Shaw, present to you graduates from the Faculty of Arts. To the Diploma in Languages, Duncan Detlef Kennington. To the degree of Bachelor of Social Sciences, Elizabeth Barbaro. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Health Sciences, Sean Andrew Cridland. Elise Maria Kuzakria. David John Elliott. Joshua Brian Fulton. Mali Neth Hem. Camila Mahmoudi. Fiona Marsland. Natasha Jade Matisak. Joseph Chege Chehia. Alexander Michael Phillips. Isabel Rogers. Jeffrey David Spencer. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Isabella Iana Vagnoni. Bhagia Hashanti Wichadoro. And Chu Kelian. To the degree of Bachelor of Media and also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Caitlin Ann Adams. Lana Altschwager. Brandon Joe Alvaro. Jaden Matthew Asa. Katarina Elizabeth Barrick. Charlotte Laura Basso. Claudia Boccaccio. Danielle Grace Boss. Corey John Brackenridge. Amy Matilda Briley. Chloe Louise Broadbent. Philip Anthony Brown. Abigail Bruce. Lucas Bubenas. Benito David Carboni. Amelia Renee Chai. Konge Chen. Grace U-En Chong. Hannah Coventry. Angus Glenroy Crouch. Lisa Jane Daniel. Ria Kate Daniel. Katie Louise Dashwood. Alec Riley Davis. Daniel DeCasto. Jessica Kimberly Dearman. Natasha DeCaterina. Kia Catherine Doyle. Liam Dune. Amber Alice Excel. Josephine Facci. Feng Xishan. Emma Jane Ferraro. Madison Ann Fruity. Rachel Olivia Ganzarczyk. Brooke Galsey. Alicia Jade Glazer. Rachel Claire Grimshaw. Taylor Warren Harvey. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Guy Alexander Henderson. Alexander Huyn. Henry Hien Huyn. Georgia May Eon. Adam Barry Jones. Neely Karimi. Coco Jane Karim. Travis Lennon Keeler. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Kyung Ok Him. Nam Wong Kim. Danielle Amber Lassina. Victoria Madison Larangira. Andrew Stanley Lehman. Liu Bing Lian. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Brooke Louise Lloyd. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Nathan William Mack. Marijun Manalo. Hannah Hand Morby. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Georgia Nicole McDonald. Michaela Sky McGrath. Jack Christopher Maloney. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Caitlin Ellen Moore. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Joshua Lawrence James Morrow. Neda Mukit. Victoria Nadoni. Catherine Nina Lee Niesler. Alexandra O'Neill. Lily Elsie O'Riordan. Rade Olivia Autumn Osborne. Shem Pierce. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Lindsay Marie Peel. Brittany Cherie Pfeiffer. Qin Xiaxin. Ashley Rayson. Aidan Reed Reynolds. Georgia Annabelle Roberts. Georgia Russell Taylor. Kate Louise Sansom. Cosette Rachel Schilling. Rebecca Grace Schneider. Claire Elise Slade. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Thomas Luke Snelling. Henry David Solomon. Ellie Jane Swanborg. Mackenzie Jade Thompson. Peter Allen Thompson. James Oscar Thornett. Jonathan Ross Vossel. Wong Iwe. India Claire Ward. Sean Alexander Ward. Stephen Lee Watkins. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Caitlin Lee Wan. Michael John White. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Laura Ann Wachula. Stephanie Wright. E. Yahweh. And Chang Yishuan. To the degree of Bachelor of Languages, Ellie Taylor Jasmine Cummins. Kasumi Sarah Ebisawa. Galina Kapesca. Lur Meilin. Silvana Maria Lourdes de Mola Ragada. Danielle Michaela Nitos. Pong Chin Nguyen. Selina Ann Reiter. Julie Nicolette Ross Spooner. Tong Xu Yuan. Rennie Andrew Turner. And Sorrel Lee Wise. To the degree of Bachelor of International Relations, Alexander Dean Hill. To the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, Robert Piotr Bartnik. Laura Jane Coppola. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Policy and Management, Taylor Louise Ebbs. Andrew John Edwards. Darren Scott Edwards. Georgia Rose Hogg. Gabrielle Louise Jeffs. Kenshi Onishi. Rosaria Luigia Perry. Morris Emmett Prendergast. Troy Jacobs Furco. Sarah Ashley Tallis. Hannah Elise Savalas. Also receiving the Diploma in Arts, Clara Louise Oriel Ward. Phoebe Emily Yates. And Christina Ifantidis. To the degree of Bachelor of International Development, Hadiye Abiat. Ellen Catherine Buchanan. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Policy and Management, Ellie Christina Cleggett. Yel Madut Dut. Gabrielle Gugwe Gay. Ariana Sofia Ginga. Kari Ann Grandel Pledger. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Policy and Management, James Thomas Johnston. Sophia Miriam Laparidis. Claire Lillian Murphy. Caroline Putriana. And and Emily Madeline Saxon. To the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Policy and Management, Tsai Qilong. Laura Ann Katana. Amelia Chaplin. Ryland James Newbury. And Jai Chung-Kwok Wong. To the degree of Bachelor of Criminology, Isabella Fabretto. Rosanna Giampaolo. Lee William Humphreys. Bridget Nicole Isiello. Emily June King. Joseph McWilliams. Liana Salonikis. Svetlana Grace Zupanik. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Media, Ellie Pearl Hawk Nesbitt. And Karen Heather Seeley. To the honours degree of Bachelor of International Relations, Gunasekara Mudian Selage Nipunika Udatari Handa Pangoda. Hope Elizabeth Lucas. And Sean Pettingill. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Environmental Policy and Management, Nicholas Bolton. To the degree of Master of Arts, Translation and Transcultural Communication, Pang Xu-wei. And Chao Xiu. To the degree of Master of Arts, Studies in Art History, Jodie Lee Vanderpeer. To the degree of Master of Arts, Curatorial and Museum Studies, Stephanie Sarah Hall. Nicole Anna McKay. And Madeline K. Ryan. To the degree of Master of Philosophy for a thesis entitled Everybody's Favourite Fascist, an examination of the figure of José Antonio Primo de Rivera within the historiography of Spanish fascism, Alexander Charles Parsons. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for a thesis entitled Volume 1, Belly of the Beast, Volume 2, The Road to Nowhere, Myths of Homeland and Expulsion in Australian Road Stories, Dr. Elizabeth Joy Allen. For a thesis entitled The Good, the Right and the Exigencies of Life, John Dewey and the Value of Moral Disagreement, Dr. Karen Marie Bland. For a thesis entitled Australian Meat Consumers' Understandings of Farm Animal Welfare, Dr. Emily Ann Buddle. For a thesis entitled Ideas of Italy and the Nature of Ethnicity, a History of Italian Food in Australia with Case Studies, Dr. Tania Camerano. For a thesis entitled Investigating the Aesthetic Character of Australian Urban Indigenous Art, a Socio-Political Fusion, Dr. Narina Joy Dund. For a thesis entitled Reconsidering Aboriginal Welfare Dependency, the Howard Government Years Through the Lens of Post-Colonial Theory, and also receiving the honours degree of Bachelor of Arts, Dr. Zoe Claire Gordon. For a thesis entitled Baptism, No Wall of Division, 17th Century Particular Baptists and Dynamics of Toleration, Dr. Matthew James Gray. For a thesis entitled Great Expectations, African-Australian Marriage Migration in an Ethnography of Aspirational Happiness and Everyday Racism, Dr. Henrique Albertine Hugenrad. For a thesis entitled Cross-Party Collaboration in the Australian Federal Parliament, Testing the Limits of Institutional Constraints and Enabling Factors, Dr. Adele Clara Larsberg. For a thesis entitled Mobile Lives, the Expatriates' Short Stories and the Possibilities of Expatriate Fiction Exegesis, Dr. Joanne Nicole Lennon. For a thesis entitled Great Expectations, Australian Baby Boomer Women, Policy and Older Labour Force Participation, Dr. Judith Andrea Lewis. For a thesis entitled Visions of Water in Lower Murray Country, Dr. Camille Marie Eugénie Roulier. For a thesis entitled Wanbel, Conflict, Reconciliation and Personhood Among the Sam People, Madang Province, Dr. David Eric Trilling. For a thesis entitled Welfare in Transition, the Political Economy of Social Protection Reform in Indonesia, Dr. Marijke Christina van Diermen. And for a thesis entitled Western China on Screen, Cinema and Urban Exploration as Third Space, Dr. Zhu Hongyan. Chancellor, this concludes the graduates from the Faculty of Arts.
Thanks, Jenny.
Chancellor, University Doctoral Research Medals are awarded to graduates who have completed outstanding research at doctoral level. This award is the premier award for doctoral candidates at the university. I, Professor Peter Rathjen, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, present to you a recipient of the 2018 University Doctoral Research Medal. For research in the field of English and creative writing, Dr. Camille Marie Eugénie Roulier.
I'm very pleased to present to you Miss Galina Capesta, who was presented this afternoon with the Bachelor of Languages. Galina will now give the valedictory address on behalf of the cohort of graduates who were presented with their awards today.
I'd like to begin by thanking the Rear Admiral, the Honourable Kevin Scarce, Professor Peter Rathjen and Dr. Susan Close for being here with us today in celebrating this momentous occasion. Dear graduates, this is a day on which we can come together to reflect upon our experiences at the University of Adelaide and contemplate our paths ahead. I would like you all to take a moment now and think back on the most informative experiences over the course of your studies. I would like us to consider how they have challenged us, how they've informed our choices, what we have learnt from them as well as their challenges, and the people who have made these experiences possible. For me, this came in 2017, when I was offered the chance to complete a 6-month exchange program in Nagoya. As a student minoring in Japanese at the time, the possibility of studying in Japan presented itself as a wondrous opportunity. However, as someone who barely spoke Japanese, the thought of living in Japan was daunting to say the least. There were so many factors I was to contend with. Not only would I have to provide for myself, but I would also have to adapt to a new culture with a different set of social norms. That is why I set myself a goal. By the end of my exchange, I wanted to have accomplished 2 things. Those were, make good friends and become confident using Japanese in daily conversation. I knew that in order to achieve these goals and gain the most out of my experience, I had to venture outside of what was familiar to me. During my studies in Japan, I participated in volunteer university programs in the hope of acclimatizing to the culture and putting my Japanese to practice. These efforts unexpectedly led me to work as an English tutor. As a tutor, I enjoyed teaching many students of various ages and abilities, but none more so than a 4-year-old girl by the name of Miu. Miu was by far my biggest challenge, as I barely spoke Japanese and she didn't speak at all. Clearly, communication was going to be an issue. However, she did present an avid interest in the written language, particularly English. With a mutual love of languages, we were able to form a connection, and it was on the basis of this connection that she and I began to express ourselves through each other's language. Together, we undertook a process of shared learning in which both student and teacher were challenged to utilize their language skills to communicate effectively. In doing so, I became confident speaking Japanese for the first time, thus enabling me to build lasting relationships with my pupils and achieve my goals. This experience has also encouraged me to further continue participating in volunteer programs back home, further strengthening my understanding of the Japanese culture and language. Now, I'm still by no means fluent in Japanese, but making the decision to study in Japan and take on the challenges that came with it was the first step in my journey. I say this to you because the challenges I encountered enriched my life in that they helped me discover my passion for the process of teaching and learning languages. For this reason, my experience at university has been one of self-discovery, as I hope it has been for you. Of course, the lessons we have each learned from our experiences and challenges have been uniquely personal. Nonetheless, they do seem to share some commonalities. I think they have ultimately taught us to be resilient in the face of hardship, utilize our skills, and seek out the things that challenge us. For it is in facing those challenges that we discover ourselves and our true potential. Hearing these words spoken, they seem like one of those truisms that you'd find usually written in a self-help book. They seem so obvious, yet to realize this fact is an undertaking, and it is one that took me 4 years to actualize. Of course, we cannot say that we have faced our challenges alone. We owe a debt of gratitude to our parents for supporting us through our journey, through our studies, our friends for encouraging us when we felt demotivated, and our professors, without whom our journeys would not have been possible. Finally, fellow graduates, I would like to impart unto you some final words. This is, of course, not only a day of reflection, but a day to look towards the future. As we go our separate paths, we will each encounter different challenges in our professional and personal lives. Don't be afraid to take on these challenges. Remember to utilize the skills and knowledge you have attained over the course of your studies to face whatever difficulties may come. And let your experiences guide you on your journey ahead. Of course, we can never know where our paths will take us. That uncertainty is scary, but as I learned in Japan, it is also in that uncertainty where you will find strength, self-discovery, and what you are truly capable of. Thank you.
Thank you, Galina. It now gives me great pleasure to again congratulate all of our new graduates here today. Be proud of what you've worked to achieve and remember those who've supported you to reach this goal. I wish you every success in this new exciting phase of both your life and your career. As graduates of the University of Adelaide, you are its alumni and ambassadors. And today, you join a community of over 147,000 alumni located through 134 countries in our globe. These alumni have made an enormous contribution to the community, both here and overseas. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank our mace bearer and valedictorian, to congratulate them, and all those who've assisted in today's ceremony. Glenna mentioned the importance that the university staff and professoriate provide in the educational journey of our graduates, and I think it would be appropriate for us to acknowledge their contribution here today. Thank you. I'd invite the graduates to remain seated, for everyone else to rise and join me in again congratulating our graduates on their achievements. Would the audience remain standing? Would our graduate please rise for the academic recession? I now declare this congregation adjourned.